Alrighty, so I've gotten a couple requests to do this, and what I'm going to do is give you guys an updated guide for the redstone in Dokkan here, the ones that's been given out for Golden Week and stuff like that. But with this redstone, you guys want to make sure that you are making your decision very soon, as the time to make that decision is going up here. You guys can see we're on the Zero to Hero account. We will be making the choice on that soon. That's going to be part of the next episode, but you guys are not here for that, hopefully. Well, hopefully you are, because you watch all of my videos, and that's, that's what we want. And you're dropping a like on this video if you enjoy, of course. But the redstone, right? We have to make a decision because it's going away in 2 days from when I am uploading this. So if you're watching this video right now, you have not made any choices with your redstones. You want to make sure that you hop on the game and just pick the characters that I recommend that you pick up today. Now, why am I making a second video on this, you might be asking? Well, the celebration that this came out with, they came out at the beginning, we are now at the end, and we now have the grand scheme of things for all of the Super Easy A's and Easy A's that we have seen for the characters that are going to be available for your choosing, right? So looking at this list, not a ton has changed dramatically, but there is one thing that we need to address, and that is going to be the Super Easy A for AGL Kaioken Blue Goku. Now, in the first video, I probably talked about let's wait and see how this is going to work, and TLDR, I don't think he's worth picking up with your redstone after kind of using him on my JP account and sort of just using him. I did not feel the best especially recommending picking him up. So just want to make sure that you guys understand, I don't think the Kaioken Blue Goku is going to be the best option. So what I like to do for these videos is go through the list and tell you guys why you should not be picking, I can't talk, why you should not be picking up all of the characters on here. So let's go ahead and get into that. So starting at the top, the first piece of advice that I want to give you is you should be staying away from getting the ones with 3 stones. I think these are too valuable to be picking up only one character, and most of these characters, I can tell you for sure, are not going to be worth it. The closest thing to it, honestly, is either Super Vegeta because of his leader skill and you're brand new. He is a Pure Saiyan's lead, and I think Tech Caulifla could also be a consideration just because of how crazy she is against Pure Saiyans. She cannot be hit. But with that being said, I wouldn't recommend that you take this path because Caulifla you can pull on any multi, and Super Vegeta, there are just better options and other Pure Saiyans leads in the game right now, like the 10-year anniversary LRs if you have them. Those are going to potentially be some options for you as well. So staying away from the 3 stone options, I think, is going to be the smartest thing for you. Now, are there some good characters in here? Absolutely. Videl's Easy A is good. Int Broly is good. The physical Goten and Trunks are good. Tech Ultimate Gohan is good. I think the best character here of this list, if you were to tell me, like, who are you going to pick up if you were to do this, I think it would be physical Goten and Trunks. I think they're the best character on this list. They are the newest Easy A of the bunch. Yeah, they basically Easy A'd around the same time that Int Broly did. But again, I think it's more valuable for you to pick up 3 characters with this rather than just 1 for 3 stones, right? I think that makes sense, right? I'm not like talking too much out of my behind, right? I think that's that does make sense. I think 1 character for the price of 3. I'd rather have 3 characters for the price of 1 when it comes to the Red Dragonstone. So please keep that in mind. I think that's going to be the best piece of advice. Now, when it comes to these 3 Dragonstone ones, if you are going to make that decision, make sure it's a Dokkan Festival exclusive. That's going to include Kefla. That's going to include Bardock, Super Vegeta. That's going to include Gotenks, Fat Boo right there, Exchange Boo, excuse me, Tech Ultimate Gohan, Videl, Broly, and Goten and Trunks. So only pick those characters if you are going to do that, but again, I would recommend not doing that. Now, when it comes to down here, it's going to be the same thing. Kaioken Goku and Hit are also not worth it. So now we get to the Super Easy A's. This is where things get, I think, a bit more interesting. Now, when it comes to who is going to be the overall best option here, I still think it comes down to Tech Cell and Int Buhan. I think these are 2 individually the best Super Easy A's right now for TURs. Tech Cell is a dog. Int Buhan is an absolute Chad, right? Especially if you do have like a Majin Power based team, a Demonic Power based team. You did pull Glorio. You can run that setup, and this Int Buhan is going to absolutely put in work for you. If you pull Tech Buhan, perhaps, you are just going to be seeing some crazy things with high damage reduction. You're going to be seeing high attack stats, crits, additional supers, really just kind of everything that you want. Now, even with the damage reduction, can he get tagged by the literal hardest hitting supers in the game? Sure. But again, for what we're looking for here, a character that you're getting for free, I'd say this is more than high quality. Where I found this guy to be his absolute best is in Extreme Z battles in those higher levels. On the JP, I like to grind every easy A to 77. And this guy, for a lot of them, especially a lot of the modern ones, was an absolute dog in there when it comes to doing that. So I think in Buhan, I can say with flying colors that he's passing all of the tests that I want for this redstone. And I highly recommend that you at least pick up one copy of him if you do not have this character. Even if you can't use him to his fullest right now, you can do that later. And I think it's just going to be extremely high value for you picking up this character. So I think highest recommendation on the list for me is going to be in Buhan. And then right below him is going to be Texel. These are two of the best super easy A's. Is Texel here? Am I just talking crazy? Where's Texel? Is Texel not here? Hello, Cell? Is he really not here? Am I blind? STR Cell? No. Okay, so Texel is not here. Excuse me. I'm still going to be able to speak highly of in Buhan, right? Texel, not here. That's interesting. I don't know why. Okay. So no Texel, but with that being said, we can continue to move on with this. I also really like for super easy A's with the redstones, I like STR Super Gogeta. I think that this is an extremely nicely fitting character on a lot of teams in the game right now. Especially with Fusion Warriors, with the 10-year anniversary LR teams. This guy can go in and be a floater for you and have no issues whatsoever. He's very good with rainbow orbs. He's very good as support if he's the second or third orb character to grab orbs in the turn. He's just going to be very nice for you, especially against extreme class enemies. You're going to be seeing 3 to 4 supers, all critting, and if you're able to lower attack and defense with these right here. So Super Gogeta, very nice option. I think you can't go wrong with this guy. I think in Buhan individually is better, but I think that this Super Gogeta could fit on a lot of teams with more common units that you're going to have. The Gogetas, the Vegetos, the Super Saiyans of the world, right? This Gogeta is going to fit right in at home with those characters compared to Buhan, where it is going to be a little bit of a case. Okay. So the next super easy A I want to talk about is AGL Super Vegeto. I think this is another very good option. He has very good support, but you are running a high risk, high reward style of gameplay with him, where he is doing a ton of damage on his counters. But the issue is if he takes a super, he is going to take damage. Now for beginning content and stuff like that, it's very nice to toss this guy into slot 1 just because he's going to counter, get you out of the fight really quickly. And I think that that is something that could be pretty valuable. But when you're talking about end game content, the Festival of Battles, Battle Hard Formidable Foes, Red Zones, right? Seriously serious battles. These supers are going to be taking you from full HP to 0 just because his damage reduction does not work that way. So I think those would be the top 3 that I would pick from here: Buhan, Gogeta, and Super Vegeto, if you were to pick 3 characters. But some other very good options that we could talk about would be the Int Janemba, very good super easy A. Is he here? He's got to be here, right? Int Janemba. There's STR Janemba. What the hell do they do to this? Where's Int Janemba? Okay, I guess he's not here. I don't know what's happening. All right, so no Int Janemba, excuse me. Physical Kid Buu, right? Very good option. I would say you can probably pass on him, though. Or what you could potentially do if you have all these super easy A's and stuff like that ready to go. The order's all out of whack here, where you would think Int Janemba would be here, but he's just not. And it's because it's like, you're right here. Like, where's in Super Janemba or in Super Janemba? Like, I feel like he's always been available with these. That's why I said that. Okay, so kind of hard resetting here, right? Buhan, Vegeto, Super Gogeta. I think those are 2 of your best options. But if you want to look into maybe some potential other characters, one that's really highly defensive focused, I think that this STR Super Vegeta or Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is a very good option as well. This character has 80% damage reduction, I believe, for the first 10 turns. So very high value character there. It's nice to have that damage reduction, but I do think that the other super easy A's that I recommended are just a bit higher quality. If you want to invest in future super easy A's, this is always a topic that I bring up. I think it's very valuable to at least know. The Super Saiyan 4s will probably be very good, being yearly anniversary TURs. They just have a very high ceiling, but you never know. Dokkan can always fumble a character. So it's like, you know, I've seen that term on Twitter a lot lately, like they cannot fumble or unfumbleable. I don't think that's a word, but That's definitely not the case, right? Dokkan can always mess up an easy A. Sometimes it's very, like, sometimes the character's easy, but sometimes they just mess it up, right? But the Super Saiyan 4s, I think, would be a nice future investment. I think physical Vegito Blue would be a nice future investment. But if you want high-impact characters that are going to impact your account the most today, I would recommend from the following 5 characters. I would say Beerus is very good. I like Int Buhan. I like Super Vegito. I like Super Gogeta. And last but not least, I like either Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta or AGL Kaioken Blue Goku. I would recommend him probably the least, again, and really Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta as well. Really, my 3 are Buhan, Gogeta, and Vegito. So those are my suggestions. Let me know down below what you guys did. Who did you choose with this? And if you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to drop a like before you go. Look forward to the next Zero to Hero episode. Should have it out Wednesday or Thursday should be when we are going to do that. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy it. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you were new. And I'll see you all in the next one.